Hi. I've been stuck working on this novel for over 10 years, and it spent most of its time firmly locked behind writer's blocks of various flavors. Right now, it's stuck behind lack of momentum and overwhelm, but I want to see what happens if I just do the thing. So I'm giving myself 100 minutes in 4 25-minute sessions. No distractions, no excuses, just looking at my notes and letting my brain start to solve those problems to see if I can pick up momentum and overcome this feeling of overwhelm and finally finish this draft. I am going to start with this feedback that I've got. I have given my current draft, the one that's bad, to a few people to read and give me some feedback, and they have so graciously given me lots of really excellent feedback. And so I am just going to go through all of this and make sure that I am taking this feedback into account. And then I have taken a bunch of notes on things that I want to include or need to change. And so I am going to go through all of those as well and make all those changes. And then I think once all of this is updated and all of my notes are included, I will have a new draft that will be far better than the current one and something that I can really start to be proud of. So I'm really excited. I just gotta get it done. So we're gonna get started. 25 minutes, go. Some of these issues are small, like awkward phrasing or clunky dialogue, and others feel kind of huge. There's a whole section I want to rewrite, but now that I've started looking through all my notes, it's starting to feel a lot more doable. It no longer feels like this big amorphous blob of confusion. So I'm definitely getting some good progress. Like, it's slow going. It's so slow going, but I feel like internal progress is happening. And after 100 minutes, I kept going. I have so many notes. I have characters I need to strengthen, bits of information I need to include seamlessly, I have breadcrumbs I need to sprinkle. It's definitely a lot. And I sometimes wonder how on earth I'm gonna get it in there and make it look good. But, honestly, the answer is one at a time. One thing at a time. That is how this draft is gonna get done, a little bit by a little bit. And then, every so often, I stumble on something that just works. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. And suddenly, I'm writing again. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I wrote from 9 o'clock in the morning through 10 o'clock in the evening. My fitness tracker thinks I'm lazy, but I'm actually working really hard. I was finally seeing real progress happening, and then... Okay, so yesterday was 4th of July, and I had planned to write, but I ended up doing things with family, like, parades and fireworks and all that good stuff. And then the day before that, I had to take the dog to a vet appointment, and there was just like a lot of other project-y things that I needed to get done, and so I didn't get to write that day either. So I had, I think, 3 days of writing and 2 days of no writing. And so now it's Saturday and I really need to write, because if I don't, I just worry that I'll fall off my train of forward motion. I have this whole section I know I need to do. There's basically a whole chunk that I'm throwing out. It's almost a full chapter that my characters needed to get from point A to point B, and there wasn't anything else going on. I put some little stakes in there to be dangerous or whatever, but there wasn't anything deeper. And so I did come up with a good way to kind of tie a previous character back in, kind of have more emotional resolution, more character growth. That means I'm rewriting this from scratch, whole new idea. It's gonna be good, but it's a lot of work. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's Monday now. I decided Sundays are for true rest, and I took the longest nap I've had in ages, and it felt amazing. Today I am ready to finish up this rewrite. I have to wrap up the major edits and to pull some of those last threads together. If all goes well, sometime tomorrow I will be done. I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I am definitely feeling the senioritis, end of bookitis, the kind of part where you are almost done with something and your brain is just kind of ready to be done and it wants to move on to the next thing. But it's like, no brain. You still have to focus just a little longer. You can do it. We are still working here. We can get this done. Guys, we're printing it. I'm gonna give a few drafts to some of my friends so that they can read it and send me their thoughts. I'm really excited to see what their feedback is and to see any ways that I can make the story even better. But I'm actually really starting to like it. I think the character arcs are coming along beautifully. There's mystery, there's adventure, there's heart. So even though it's not ready for publishing yet, I'm gonna get this feedback and then I'm gonna hire a professional editor and then I'll be about ready to publish, I think. So it's getting so close. It needs to get out into the world. If you're stuck on a problem, it might be worth it to take a couple hours, sit down, and work on it. And you don't even have to obligate yourself to working beyond it. But when you give yourself the freedom to start unraveling that problem, oftentimes, once your brain gets a hold of a problem, it wants to figure it out and finish it. And so you end up making a lot of progress. I think that if you give yourself a chance, you would be surprised by what you can do. So I'm rooting for you. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, you could support me in the most amazing way by liking and subscribing. This channel is new, and so this is the best way that you can help get the message out of we believe in you, you can do it, go for it. I would just be so grateful if you would do those things. And if you wanted to share it with somebody, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you no. If you have a project that you've busted through some roadblocks with, put it down in the comments. I would love to cheer you on. I'm sure anyone else watching would also love to cheer you on. This is going to be a place of positive encouragement. Let us root for you. I would love to cheer you on. Jesus loves you, and I do too.